We are launching the Youth Leader Change Generation Rising Open Beta. So first, just a few words about why Change Generation Rising as a leadership program for everybody. You see, there's lots of causes on the planet, and we have lots of solutions. So in Youth Leader, we have hundreds of heroes and solutions for everything. But and these solutions have to be replicated and scaled, and it requires all of us to get involved. But where do we start in this abundance of activities? And that is why we align a certain set of actions on special issues with United Nations days of the month, like water, oceans, Shark Week, orang-utans, girls, Teachers' Day, and so on. So on for each day, we connect with the heroes who have model solutions for that. And for every hero, we have an action kit, actions level 1 to 4. Easy to advanced, short and long term, local and global. So that means for every UN day, we'll have like 10 heroes with up to 40 actions. And since there are several UN days per month, our action community members have a wide range of favorite causes to choose from for their actions and of different activities, easy to advanced, research, media, action, campaigning, petitions, all sorts of stuff. So this way, we have a year-round drumbeat of ongoing actions with huge impact. Part of it every month are a fundraiser, a lifestyle challenge, and besides that, the project replication. 3 missions, okay? And they all interconnect to strengthen each other. And the tools you get, the hero posters, are like your headquarter and stand for your headquarter at school, for your student club, in public, for bake sales, petitions. So the people who are coming for your bake sales and self-made lemonade, they will then get exposed to the latest updates on your activities, joining petitions, campaigns, and so on. See, through the lifestyle challenges, you power up your inner hero and you connect with a daily post on Facebook to your own community, inspiring them and educating them and involving them in those quests, like 4 weeks without supermarket, 4 weeks of vegan living, 4 weeks of peacemaking. The minimum is 2 weeks. If you extend to 4 weeks, you get more experience points. Think of credits like in adventure games. Okay, so the power in Change Generation Rising is that we really get into action. And by aligning it with United Nations Days, we can connect to the most important stakeholders to scale our impact. For the UN Day of Water, for example, journalists cover it, the caring journalists cover it, but only with frustrating numbers. So our members can come up with Robin Hamlin and the Blue Community Resolution for local water stewardship at local level. And you've got the powerfully implemented global model solutions with a teen hero. That's a big story for the journalists already, but it becomes more relevant by you being a local rising hero, taking up the solutions, wanting to implement it at local level. This package is fantastic for the journalists, and by getting into the media in this way with good visuals, good photos from Robin and from you, and the call for people to get involved at local level and saying you're available for presenting at other events, at organizations, and at schools, you scale your presence and movement and impact in the city. And you can do so for 3 UN days per month, right? You can be in the media all the time, leading solutions, winning young people, joining for their favorite causes. So as a youth leader warrior, somebody united and connect it with the Change Generation Rising program, you have so many model solutions on so many causes. You will appeal to like everybody in your city when it's their right time. It also helps you connecting to the organizations and civil society on that UN Day, because it's their biggest party of the year, but usually they are limited to the conventional solutions. They don't know about Robin and Blue communities. So you're coming as a triple sensation. First of all, a model solution for them to achieve their goals. Second, as a team doing this. Third, as a connector for them to get into all schools and connect with the young generation in the city. Fourth, actually, to get into the media in new ways, you know? So it's very powerful. All this is in Change Generation Rising. You've got a global community of like-hearted activists. You connect live with these greatest hero change makers of our time. You align with United Nations Days for bigger impact. You have non-stop continuous presence in schools. That's the daily hangout and meeting place of our entire young generation, and so on. And we are the ones taking the mega solutions of the great visionaries of our time to scale, because nobody else is doing it, you know. So there is Change Generation Rising. It's huge. Anybody can join. So there are the youth leader warriors in the center who commit to these three missions. They are the workhorses, the athletes, okay, the National League athletes who are rocking this as a sport, okay. Not everybody can or wants to do that. Some people focus on other causes full on, or they just do a little bit because other things happen in life. But they still respect the warriors, okay? So the other ones will join different activities, petitions, events on the public market, and so on when they like to, okay? So even if you take just one activity per month or every second month, you are part of our global stream of action. And then there's allied adults. Adults' role is really important, because you can also go into schools and present. You make presentations using our presentation kit. You organize exhibits in different places. You support inspired youth crews, by connecting with media, shuttling them around with your car, signing when there's a need for an adult signature, and so on. So adults are very much part of Change Generation Rising, and you should all be happy that you got some superheroes making this their warrior sport, okay? We're all important, but we'll see that those warriors at the heart of the program, wow, man, they are a new breed. And so I encourage all of you to go as far as you can on this path of the warrior, because it's going to serve your personal, idealist, and professional goals. Personal goals, you meet lots of friends and wonderful people. You're not hanging out with the bullies, but with the coolest, awesome kids all over the city, not just from your school. No, because you get to know them through your actions. You get to know the kindest adults. So you make lots of adventurous memories. Life turns into an adventure. It's really inspiring. Second, the idealism, you're really living your values, your suffering about the world is going to be responded to in a good way. And you know that you are actually full on the path of creating a sustainable civilization, because we can, if we just all rise up in numbers. If we have a youth leader warrior clan in every school, I know the future on the planet will be fine. If we do not achieve that, I'm not so sure. So get rocking. Be very clear about that. And third, your professional aims. You meet adults at eye level and actually at higher level. You make so many connections, you develop so many skills, public speaking, you know about so many issues, you know so many organizations and potential employers in the field. So you won't have to worry about getting a job, but you will create your own ways of making a living. So Change Generation Rising is a very powerful leadership program per se, and if you choose to live it as an adventure reality game, which for many of us is a lot of fun, so if you're not into this adventure reality stuff and fantasy, just do it anyway. You don't need to play that extra facet, but for many of us it actually is enlightening to get different views on that reality reality around us, and at the same time to have more fun with all the heavy topics. At the third, it's more to get our inner hero inspired and rocking, by creating a new story in our life. And four, it's really in a playful way to assess our achievements, the levels are precious, it's just a game, so don't judge people by the levels, um, but leveling up for 3 completed missions will be a very interesting way of assessing our experiences, because normally when you get to a youth event, even of Greenpeace Environmental Summit, whatever, there'll be 500 kids and teenagers, and you don't know who's really an activist. You don't know who's just a talker. You don't know who has really done stuff, So, but on a youth leader tribal gathering, there will be the warriors level 1 and 2, like the new Gryffindors and Hufflepuffs, okay? But there will be the ones level 10, there will be the ones level 50, 70. The ones level 70, they will have taken 210 actions, massive stuff, and from a certain level, you're required to do level 2, level 3, level 4 quality actions, So you say, wow, man, there's an open gathering, a podium of the level 70 warriors. I want to go and listen, And when you got questions, that's the people you want to ask, how do they achieve that? And that's where the experience points come into play, because you complete your missions, but some of them you will get media exposure to 1 million people, like every month, and that gets more credit or experience points, Of course, it's easier to do that if you live in New York than when you live in a small city, and we may have a certain mechanism to show this difference, But you will want to know, how does she achieve? How does she get into the media that way? So, and that is why when you see somebody's got like 150,000 points on media presence, or somebody has 150,000 points on water issues or on girl empowerment, then that, okay, is going to show us where is the expertise, and it's really proven, through track record. Those are our chiefs consultants for certain topics, Those are the ones that you can address for these certain topics. So that is why we have the credit system. And it's not my idea, but it's teenagers who are asking for some kind of credit system. And then I say, okay, man, I'm a fantasy gamer, so we're gonna make life a fantasy game. And I think it's the coolest reality game in the history of mankind. And it's got a lot of benefits. So that is Change Generation Rising, and has its own myth and so on. So yeah, get involved. As usual, it starts with a discovery tour, and then deciding on your role, and then you decide how you get started. You sign up, and just as a friend, a fan, a supporter, a student club, or as a warrior, and then you level up to founding a clan. So that's Change Generation Rising, and a lot of benefits. It's a unique leadership program, and because our members will be so much in the media, it will become a new brand. Okay, employers and everybody on the planet, when we get into schools, will know what it means if they meet a youth leader warrior level 44. And it means, ooh, respect. I don't care. I don't know about what else you've been doing, but we'd be honored if you would be willing to spend some time in our organization. That's what we're up to. So get involved, man. It's the real warrior stuff, real noble knight stuff of our days. High elven Lothlorien style.